Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. We have a great lineup for you today on the show, and a reminder that it is Mental Health Week, and we've got some fantastic content throughout the entire week. We're going to have some great mental health advocates and champions right here from our community having discussions. We had a wonderful discussion with Michael Landsberg, of course, to kick off Mental Health Week, and I couldn't think of a better guest to start off our conversation about mental health than our first guest on today's show. She is the Senior Advisor for the Office of the President and CEO at the Royal Ottawa Mental Health Centre. I'm joined by Nicole Loreto. Nicole, welcome to the show. Great to see you. And first, let's just start off. How have you been? How are things been at the Royal?
Great to see you, Derek. It's been a while. You've always been a great supporter of the Royal, so thank you. And well, it's always busy at the Royal.
Yeah.
Obviously, with the pandemic, we've seen significant increases in terms of people experiencing symptoms of depression, anxiety, increased substance use. So those are all certainly things that are important to the community and to care. So our team is quite busy making sure that we're looking at access and getting people the treatment they need.
And continuing these conversations, Nicole, I mean, that's one thing that you've done such a great job with at the Royal, is really raising awareness. Speak a little bit on the importance of these conversations continuing and how helpful and beneficial they are.
Well, it's really important for people to actually get help when they are experiencing either some challenge in terms of their mental health. So talk to somebody, because the fact that we really believe in early intervention. So if people are experiencing and not feeling themselves, changes in terms of behavior, sleep, it's time to reach out to get some help, because we know that recovery is possible, and that's really important for this week. So this is really a chance to look at your mental health and to take time to recharge and to see what strategies are out there, to help you keep good mental health.
Yeah, Nicole, we're very proud of our relationship with the Royal here at Rogers TV. You know, we've partnered up on many occasions in the past and continue to partner up. And one of those things is Conversations with the Royal, a series that we're airing all this week at 6 p.m. from Monday to Wednesday. Let's talk about that series and maybe some of the topics that are discussed. I know you're one of the, a community producer with that. Important conversations this week, isn't there?
Yes, and we're really pleased with the partnership once again with Rogers. So this week is really to look at issues about mental hygiene, looking at the science behind it. We really focus on physical health and physical hygiene in terms of brushing your teeth. Well, the same thing is for mental health. And we know that we need to keep the brain active and take care of that brain, that mind. So we're going to be looking at that. We're also going to be looking at family mental health, because family does matter, and looking at conversations to connect. We know also that people experience trauma. We've seen some events in the city, and maybe in terms of challenges that people have experienced in their life. So it's really to look at, well, how does healing after trauma look like? What does that involve? What's available in terms of resources? We're also going to look at self-care, how to maintain it, what kind of strategies would be beneficial. It's really the time this week to experiment about looking at new strategies. So we'll talk about nature, we'll talk about different things in terms of meditation, and also we're going to look at the impact this pandemic has had in terms of substance use. So to be able to look at assessing, how people are using substances and what strategies they can have in terms of looking about their own mental health.
Nicole, what about the challenges? When we look at our healthcare system, it's a system we're very proud of here in Canada. But you and I have spoken before, and the amount of support and resources, that goes into mental health within that system has remained quite low. Have we made any gains over the years?
Well, I'm happy to say that we have. Our team's been working with community partners, and I want to mention Access MHA. So that's really one single point of entry for people to access mental health and addiction services in our region. So there's just, we can go online, and then you'll have an assessment, then the level of care will be determined based on what you need, and then you will be directed. So this is really something that started out as a pilot, now being rolled out right across the province. Ottawa has obviously been a leader in terms of connecting partners. So this model is being used. So it's really to tailor the services to what people need, depending on their level of care. So whether they need some psychotherapy or determining if they need more in terms of other services. So it's really trying to connect the providers so that the individual doesn't have to, apply at different places, to get help.
And Nicole, you're really on the cutting edge there at the Royal, both with equipment and research. What's some of the latest cutting edge things that you're looking at?
Well, we're really looking at trying to get to personalized treatment. So really
Okay.
looking at what are potential signs in terms of looking at what we need as an individuals, because I think you and I, Derek, may benefit from different types of treatment. Some people respond better to psychotherapy versus medication. So it's really looking at, we have a series of really fascinating research at the Royal in the Institute of Mental Health Research, and looking at specifically those issues. So it's quite exciting.
And Nicole, I've had a chance to visit there, and it is a remarkable place. Really appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't go away. Hey, speaking of mental health, nothing better than music. We'll be talking music after this.